Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Leila and today I have a lifestyle video. It's actually been such a long time since I made a lifestyle video, but I thought, you know what? I have something to share with you guys. As you can see from the title of this video, today I'm gonna be sharing with you my 10 healthy habits that literally changed my life. I'm gonna be honest, I used to be very into healthy lifestyle, but then uni life happened and I was trying to survive uni. It was a very difficult period in my life, more mentally, and therefore when your mentality is not there, you can't live a healthy life, right? But now that I'm done with uni, I actually realized that now is the perfect time to actually get back into healthy lifestyle, trying to be healthy and living life more positively. Not to say that I wasn't positive during uni years, but definitely my life has become so much better after I graduated uni. So why not to share these tips with you guys? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I really hope that these tips will also help you guys to be healthy and positive. Alright, so my first tip, drinking water. I have my bottle right here. It's not sponsored, but this is the best thing we got, both me and my husband, in 2019. We both were struggling with drinking enough water and we always felt dehydrated. We would have headaches, we would feel tired. So then I was like, let's get a bottle. And you know, we got this bottle, 1 liter. And of course you don't need to get a water bottle, but as you guys know, you need to drink minimum, I think, 2 liters of water per day. And we were really bad with checking how much water we were actually drinking. And then we got this 1 liter bottle. You can actually get more than 1 liter and even less than one liter. We got it on Amazon. And honestly, ever since we got it, we were kind of comparing how much more we're drinking, like who drank more, and usually my husband is winning. But right now, look, I'm almost done with it. I don't know if you can see water over here, and this is already 2nd liter, so I'm almost done with my 2nd liter of water per day, which makes me so happy. And definitely you guys, especially for those of you who are trying not to overeat and binge eat, I think this is such a great tip to drink more water. But drinking more water helps not just with dieting, but just, you know, in life in general. You start feeling much better, and I can personally see effects of drinking more water and actually controlling the water intake. So I personally think that's the most important healthy habit that I have developed recently, and I'm not gonna give up on it. And of course you don't need a water bottle, but as I said, for me and my husband, it's much easier to keep track of water intake. Healthy habit number 2, reading. And just like with the first habit, I'm gonna give you a little tip how I help myself read more. First of all, I have always been a huge bookworm. I would always read books as a child. I didn't have a lot of friends, you know, I was more antisocial. I still am actually. So I would read instead of being with my friends because I had no friends. So that was pretty easy. And I'm so glad that was me, because nowadays I see some books and I'm like, oh my god, I read it when I was a kid, and you know, it makes you feel like really accomplished in life. You're like, whoa, me as a kid read it already, and you know, some people still haven't. Not that I feel better about myself or anything, but just, you know, it's kind of like, it's a nice feeling. So again, uni really changed me as a person, more so because I didn't have time to read anything I liked personally. I would only read materials for uni. So when uni was finally done and I had time to finally read something I want, it was kind of weird for me to get back into it because I didn't read books that I actually care about for so long. Of course I would read occasionally, but I would always give up on reading because I wouldn't have time. So I had a bunch of books waiting for me to be finished. One of them was George Orwell's 1984, which I luckily finished last year. I was so happy to do it. I'm currently reading Dostoevsky. I'm saying it with Russian accent because I know Russian, so I can like say Dostoevsky in Russian, but I know in English you guys say Dostoevsky, right? But I can't. It's weird for me to pronounce Russian last names with English accent. It's just like, nope. Either way, I feel so much happier now that I read, because I was honestly, at the end of the year 2019, I was more depressed, I think, and I was very sad, and I started reading again. And I started reading because when I would read, I would get out of this like negative rut, and I would get out of my head, and I would just forget about my problems, you know. I would just be in this new world, you know, that has nothing to do with me, my ego, my problems, my mindset, none of that, just me and my book. And I think that is why reading is important. I know a lot of people say, oh, reading makes you smarter. I don't know. I really don't know. I think like you can be book smart, you can be life smart, you know, but I don't think like by reading 100 books you'll get like smarter. Like definitely you will know more words, you will be able to write more, but like I really personally don't think that reading more makes someone smarter. It depends on what you read as well, you know. But what I think reading does that is very positive and affects your life in a better way is it helps you get away from the reality for some time and just be in your inner world and use your imagination. And it's such an important alone time, I feel like. Something that just like blocks the outer world and lets you enjoy your own company. And that's why I love reading, and that's why I recommend you guys to start reading. And if you're like, I don't have time to read, I was the same. I was like, I don't really have time for that. And then I found this cool method of giving myself 30 minutes per day to read. Whenever I don't feel like reading, but I know I need to read, I just tell myself I'm gonna spend 30 minutes on this, and that's it. And you know what? It never lasts 30 minutes. Whenever I start reading, I can't stop. So I read for an hour or two. So that's kind of a trick that I use for my brain to start reading again. And honestly, I used to use it at first, but now when I'm again in this book funk, I don't need this anymore. I want to know what is going on in the book, what is happening. And now I'm reading Crime and Punishment, as I said, by Dostoevsky. And it's so interesting to know and see the development of the story and characters. And just, I don't know, I think it really helped me mentally a lot to not focus on something negative in my life, but instead, whenever I would feel bad, I would feel sad, I would just open a book and forget about my problems. My habit number 3, having a morning routine. I love mornings. I didn't always love them, but ever since I decided to start my morning routine and I started paying attention to what makes me feel better in the morning, I started loving mornings. My morning routine is always making myself a cup of coffee, making myself avocado on the rice cake, kind of toast, and you know, just watching some YouTube videos or Netflix, and therefore giving myself about 30 minutes just to chill and enjoy myself and enjoy my breakfast and have something fun to watch, and then being able to start the day. And it definitely affected my life very positively, because I think the way you start your day is so important and is so effective, and it really represents how the whole day will go. So I really think that starting my morning routine and paying attention to what I do as soon as I wake up is so much more positive. Habit number 4, exercise. I think this habit is definitely something that affected my life positively. I didn't exercise for about like 4 years, I think, a long time. So when we finally went back to the gym last year, I was so happy because I was finally giving my body attention, because I think when you're young, exercising is so much easier than when you're old. But if you start exercising when you're young, when you'll be old, exercising therefore will be so much easier, because it's not something new for your body. It's something that you used to do your whole life. So I think exercising when you're young is so important. But of course, it's not only about being old later in life, but also it's just about about discipline. And I think discipline that you get from exercising is something that really helps in life in general and reminds you to keep pushing, keep working hard, and seeing the result in your hard work. Habit number 5 is journaling. I started journaling actually since I was at uni because I was so overwhelmed with my feelings, emotions, and thoughts that I really needed to share it with someone. But I was very lonely during my uni years and I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing my emotions, feelings, and thoughts with, my friends. So I would just write it down, and I really realized how therapeutic that was for me. And I would let out my thoughts, unfiltered, not trying to find a better way to explain what I'm feeling, but just being honest with myself and saying that this day I feel like shit, and this day happened this and that, and this is what I have in my thoughts. And really, every time I would do that, I would feel so much happier and like just emptier. It's like letting all that negative energy out, and that's it, and it's just on a piece of paper. It's not like in someone's face. I never want to be that negative person that like is like, oh my god, my life is this and that, and like I don't want people to get bad emotions from talking to me. I always want to make other people's days better. So I think journaling is something that really helps me keep myself sane and at the same time stay positive. Because I think all of us go through negative periods, emotions, feelings, thoughts, and having those is not a bad thing. We're all human and it's fine. But I think you really need to find a way to let it all out. Otherwise it will really start eating you up. Habit number 6 is using my planner. Again, it's something I started like in my late teenage years. I think when I was like 18, after I graduated from high school, because I realized that it is very helpful, and I actually became very busy with my life, so it was really hard to keep it all in my head. And I know that not everyone uses daily planner, but for me it's such an important part of my daily routine, and it's something that I also love doing in the morning. So part of my morning routine is writing down plans for the week or for the day or for the next day, and just like reminding myself all that I need to do that day, looking through all the tasks for that day. And really it helps me be less overwhelmed with my daily tasks, because when it's on the paper it's easier to keep track of it, and it's easier not to forget, obviously, and in my case not to get anxious from all the things that I need to do that day. My habit number 7, I actually started last year. I would always make New Year resolutions and goals for New Year, and then last year for some reason I didn't. I just let myself be. It's probably topic for another video. I just decided not to do that, and what I did instead, I started setting goals for each month. So I would write down my to-do list for January, February, March, and it really started working. Whatever I would put down, I was doing that because I knew, oh my god, this is due this month, so I gotta do it. Because I feel like when we set resolutions or goals for a new year, we kind of feel like, oh my god, I still have 12 months ahead of me, right? And it's like such a long period of time. But when you do it monthly, and whatever you didn't do that month, you just scheduled for the next month, right? That is so much more positive for you, and that helps you keep track of your results, of your progress, and helps you do the hard work. My habit number 8 is spending quality time with people that make me feel happy, make me feel good. I think when I was a teenager would spend so much time with people that didn't matter to me at all, because I felt like socializing was such a good thing and making connections was a good thing. And then I had this period when I didn't want to talk to anyone, I didn't want to socialize at all, and both were very bad for me, to be honest. And that's how I realized that what I need is to spend quality time with people that matter to me, that actually make me feel good. And I stopped feeling bad for saying no to people that bring me down, that are toxic, that do no good for me. You know those people who whenever you hang out with them, you kind of feel drained because you feel like all of your energy just went away to them. So I just stopped hanging out with those people. I just stopped feeling bad about saying no to meeting those people, And you know what, I used to be like, oh my god, what will people think about me, what will they say? And then I realized that people will always have something to say. I just need to protect myself, I need to put boundaries, and I need to be more cautious with my time, because time is a very important asset, and I would rather spend my time by myself than with people I don't care about or are mean to me or make me feel unworthy. My habit number 9, being present and mindful. This habit actually is something new that I'm currently practicing, and it's coming from the book that I read recently, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Amazing book. There were some parts that I was like kind of, you know, skeptical about, I didn't agree with, but the whole meaning of the book, to be present in the now, not to let your past or your future to worry you right now and make you feel negative feelings, not to let your pain bodies and the ego to control you, all of that, 10 out of 10. So this book really introduced to me the whole understanding of being present and how to actually make it happen, and how to stop yourself from worrying and frustrating about things that happened in the past or will happen in the future, you know, and just like enjoying the now. And as someone who is struggling with anxiety, I think this is the most important habit that I'm practicing currently, and that I definitely wish more people knew about. So if you haven't read this book yet, I definitely recommend it to you, especially if you're struggling with anxiety, panic attacks, or depression. I really think this book helped me a lot to deal with my mental issues. And my last habit, number 10, learning something new. As soon as I graduated from university, I realized that I really missed the learning part of being at the university. It was very difficult, stressful period, but learning I loved, and that's what I miss about uni. So I decided to start learning new language. I started learning French just a few weeks ago. Actually, I think like a week ago. So I'm still in the very beginning of my learning French journey, and I'm so excited about it. Learning French was always on my mind. I always wanted to learn it, because whenever I would meet people who knew French, I would be like, oh my god, you know French, it's so amazing. And then I was like, what stops me from being amazing? If you guys don't know, I'm actually multilingual because I was born and raised in a very diverse family, and I'm actually biracial myself. My father is Azerbaijani and my mother is Kazakh, so both Azeri and Kazakh are my mother tongues, but we spoke Russian in my family, and then at the age of 5 I started learning English, so I'm fluent in both English and Russian. I think Azeri and Kazakh, my native languages, I actually know way worse than English and Russian, but still I know, I understand. I used to learn Czech when I lived in the Czech Republic, actually like only when I started working there, because when I was studying I didn't learn Czech at all. So I tried to learn Czech, didn't really go well, I wasn't into it. I also tried to learn Spanish before I went to study journalism. So I spent like a few months learning Spanish, so I would always like pick different languages to learn. And I honestly can say that learning languages is so interesting for me, and I just love it so much. And this time when I was thinking what language to learn, I was definitely choosing French, because I always wanted to do it. I just think France is such an amazing country. Like I grew up with my mom watching French movies. I love French music, so just like learning French was such a dream come true. So I'm so excited to finally do it. So yeah, learning something new is definitely my habit that I can't live without, and I'm so excited to start learning French now. And that is it for today, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. It was so fun for me to film it. I really wanted to share these real healthy habits that I introduced into my life, because as I said, I took a break from healthy lifestyle while I was at uni, and now I'm back at it again, and I'm so happy to make my life better, to make myself feel better, and to share it with you guys as well. If these habits slash tips were helpful for you guys, then you know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that bell to get notified about my new videos. Leave the comment down below letting me know which habits are you guys using, or which ones will you start using after watching my video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.